This is Abdul. Welcome, welcome. We're talking about the £1,000 a day property system. That's what we're talking about today. So this is a message coming in audio. There may be video footage of this, but as of right now, it exists as an audio. And today we're going to be speaking about the £1,000 a day property system and everything that's going on with it. So we've just put our £1,000 a day property training online now. That's on www.acemservices.com/go. I'll actually put that on the chat. So this is realistically also going to be a video in the fact that there's a whiteboard. So if you want to see the £1,000 a day training, you want to watch it in your own time, at your own speed, because I give people the liberty to watch things in 2x speed, because for me, it'd be painful to not be able to watch something if it's not live. Learn. So for the video now, if you want the £1,000 a day property system training, property system. So if you want the £1,000 a day property system, you need to go to www.acemservices.com/learn. £1,000 a day property system training is on www.ace, that's ACE, M as in Mike, acemservices.com/learn. Now, you can go to that and watch that at your own time at 2x speed. Or if you're listening to this, you've got the benefit. I'm going to go through the training right now. So the £1,000 a day property system, what is it? Now, that's what everybody probably wants to know. I'll tell you what it's not, first of all. Before I tell you what the £1,000 a day property system is, I'll tell you what it's not. It's not buy to let. It's not buy to let. The £1,000 a day property system is not buy to let. What is it? It's not flips. Flips don't talk. It's not flips. So we're not talking about flips, not flips. It's not development. It's not development. £1,000 a day property system is not development. You're not getting the £1,000 a day in development. Maybe when the development's done, if you average over the time period, but it's not development. You won't believe it. It's not even Airbnb. What? The £1,000 a day property system? I thought it'd most definitely be Airbnb. Look, of course, we've made £1,000 a day on Airbnb, but this £1,000 a day for big. This is not for beginners. Not for beginners. It's even better. And look, it's not anything to do with the things that people with the it's not HMOs. So what is the £1,000 a day property system? This is a teaching opportunity. What is the £1,000 a day property system? So it's actually the best property strategy right now to start in 2025. The best property strategy, not even a strategy, it's a system. Best property system to have in your business. Thing is, because anyone can have this in their business. And the reason it makes £1,000 a day is because there's so much demand. So a lot of people will get worried that we're talking about the £1,000 a day property system because they've got the they've got the £10,000 a day, they've got the £100,000 a day version. This is just levels, you know, the earnings disclaimer. you're not gonna earn an £1,000 a day property system by the end of this training. But what you will know is how to start planting your tree. You will have the seeds to go and plant, no matter what. Whether you decide to come on team, whether you decide to watch our trainings, come to our events, connect with the community, do deals with us. No matter what, you're always going to get the seeds to go grow your own crop. Only thing is with growing your own crop, when you've only been given the seeds, you don't have the nutritional watering advice to continue to grow your crop to get to the point of where you saw the vision to. So look, have passed and surpassed and create and own the £1,000 a day property system. I have the system. Now, here's the thing with the system. You got to keep moving. Like I told you, there's £10,000 a day property systems, £100,000 a day property system. So you people listen, get the benefit of the fact that my £1,000 a day property system, I've had it for a while. I'm looking to upgrade and change to a bigger property system. And that takes new focus. So I'm selling my secrets. I'm going out of business. People are not going to like it. They're not going to like it, but I'm giving away the secrets. So as a result of giving away the secrets, you know, those who will do well, those who will have the most success, are those who come to work with us and implement it. Those who don't, they'll try to do something else. And we don't believe in competition. It's a word of abundance, but they'll be going against the best, the ace, the number one in the industry. So let's talk about. So look, if you want to see me speak in person, you've got two opportunities as well. Very short term. If you're actually watching this, like I'm at a rapid rate of response. So, just firing out YouTube videos, firing out reels, just putting it out there. For me, I'm still in the southeast of Asia, so it's the 12th on the 12th. It's noon on the 12th. In the UK right now, I'm ahead of schedule. It's about 5 a.m. So just as I'd be rising. So you've got two opportunities. And I understand that the UK, whatever, is not being kind to us right now. But I believe it's going to get better soon. I believe it's going to get better. And nobody really wants to leave their house for no reason. So these are the only times I'm leaving my house. It'd be great if you join me. The opportunity to talk about money and up level yourself. The only thing better than, sitting outside or inside or being outside in the cold, the best thing is to be inside in the warmth, connected with warm energy, high vibrations. 15th of January, 25th of January, those are the only times I'm stepping out. And of course, we've got the boot camp on February 1st, which is private, invite only, and paid. If you're here, you're private and paid. It's invite only. Only. Doubleless. This doubleless community stuff. Private, paid. It's boot camp, Friday, February 1st, limit to a small group of people. 25th of January, speaking. This is myself, Abdul Ace Cream, 25th of January. I'm speaking at the Rich Young Mind event in London. My honor, my pleasure. I'm only a speaker, I'm not a host, so I will anticipate to have a less than 60-minute slot opportunity. So this will be a shorter presentation. 15th of January, I'm hosting an ACE event. ACE events are on generational wealth, and they include landlords, ACE landlords, investors, and students. Coming, I'm busy. Would you like to come to my event I'm hosting? Not bragging or boasting. We're talking about how to make everybody's life better with the £1,000 a day property system. Because this is the thing that people keep forgetting. Because people hear the sound bites, but they're not realizing the £1,000 a day property system. Because that's what people are here today. They want to know about the £1,000 a day property system. So either you're part of it, you want to expand, and you want me to supply more to you because it's a growing system. It grows, it has parts, it needs nutrition, organization. I happen to be in the industry as what you call a provider. So I provide. So look, if you want to come to these events, definitely go to the link in the bio and get your links, get your tickets for that. You should be able to find those on www.acemservices.com if you can't find it, but it should be a link in the bio. 15th of January is obviously Wednesday even. That's 6:30 to 9. It's all in London, by the way. If anybody comes down, if anybody wants to come down from Birmingham or Midlands, I know it's a long way, but what I'll do is I'll cover cost of your travel if you purchase a ticket because I'm a nice guy. But I'll get you one way, and you gotta get yourself back. Potentially accommodation options potentially available, but that's a story for another day. Obviously, we run service department, so we should be able to provide service accommodation. So 15th of January, Central London, Tower Bridge. Speaking, tickets are £20. I wish there was a way to display the tickets, but it's going to be on my Instagram. Go to my Instagram, find the tickets, buy it. It's £20. Actually, it's gone up. That was first movers. Price it now, 50 for one, two for four, or two for four. Yeah, it's a catch. Yeah. 2 for 30 will go up. 50 for one, 2 for 30. Have to bring a friend. If you don't bring a friend, pay the entry on the door. Entry on the door is 50. Pink. Great. All right. Rich Young Mind. I have limited free tickets for this, but obviously they're gonna go to community members. DM me if you're a member for a ticket. I got a few golden tickets I can give away for free. Otherwise, no, I think I get a discount code. I think I get a discount code. DM me for the discount code after you get your Ace ticket events. I'm pretty sure I've got one. I don't want to give out the free one and everyone buys free tickets, but I'm pretty sure I've got some codes. I'll check with you. I'll check with the team, and then yeah, bootcamp. Obviously, don't worry about that. That's invite only. So let's get back to the training of the £1,000 a day property system. I'm so kind and so generous that the Otter AI will note that this is the transcript time to progress into the £1,000 a day property training. Now let's start by talking about the system because I'm different and I like to look at the world differently because I think it helps achieve your goals. So I look at property like a game. You should probably start to see it increasing in my content now. Now that in the streets of London, property game. I look at property like a game. It is a game. It's a property game. The game has characters. People who play roles, positions, architects. You know, somebody's an architect. Developers. These are characters in different games. Not the game that we're playing, but these are characters. So that's why property is a game. There's results that you want to get. There's outcomes you want to achieve. There's currency. There's profit. Profit, usually. Now, there's rules to the game. There's things you can do and there's things that you cannot do. It's just like a game. Now, I don't want to have to tell you the rules of the game and do everything all so quickly. Like this is my trainings for beginners. I know a lot of people in the industry will be curious just to hear what I'm talking about because, as I've said, I'm a provider in industry. I have the £1,000 a day property system. I can build them for people. I can sell them to people. People naturally want to hear what's going on, and I appreciate what I've done for the industry. I've seen my mark out there go out there and be executed, and you know it's good to be appreciated. I see that in the world. Now look, this game that I'm talking about, my £1,000 property deal, it's a bit like Monopoly. That's why the link is www. asmservices.com/go for when you want to get started with us, because it's like Monopoly, go money. Go around the board, you get £200. This is trusted and verified. The thing is with people don't understand that. I don't want to like toot my own horn, but I can talk about what I am and who I am. My surname, the translation is generous. Harim, generous. So if people work with me, I am a person that money flows around and opportunities flow around, even if it's as simple as doing gas certificates, electric certificates. Just because I'm around properties, I'm around the money. These things come up. I've got to do like 10 certificates this year, and they all cost money. And it's all like technically the responsibility is on someone to have it done. But I am the person who probably needs to like execute it, even though it's not my responsibility to have it done. But obviously, it's part of my business, so I definitely got to go get those done. So Go Money, essentially, what do I mean by Go Money? If you never played Monopoly, you go around the board, you get paid 200. So it's kind of like a job, you know, you just go around the board, you clock in. Obviously, everybody knows in monopolies, you can acquire. I'm going to use a word acquire. I'm not going to say buy properties because you don't really own them, because it seems apparently you can buy them cash, then you can mortgage them. So you do own them. But let's use acquire properties because I like it much more for what we're doing, not buy properties, because we're doing this all without. I haven't mentioned the £1,000 a day property system was without, it doesn't include mortgages. No mortgages in are £1,000 per day. Deposits in the fact that deposits that go into mortgages, and this does not require any interest. Interest is to be avoided in this strategy. You can it's to be avoided. So look, let's talk about the £1,000 a day property system. I know everybody wants to hear about the £1,000 a day property system. What is it? This is the one video that if you haven't seen anything, you want to make your first money in real estate, who this video is for. You know, you want to make your first £10,000 in real estate and property this year, ideally, you know, the first, because why would you not make £10,000 in your first year if you're doing things properly? £10,000 in real estate, or you want to get your first £1,000 per month from real estate. To some people, the second option might be way more juicy, to make their first 1K per month versus their first 10K. Imagine adding 1,000 per month to your income from property, quote unquote passively, even though, as I always say, there's no such thing. I'm gonna start saying this a lot since I said it in a Zoom, and everyone, like, even when I said it, really loved it. So I'm gonna coin it. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as quote unquote passive income. Only income that is passive as a result of someone else's activity. When you write it down, it's a bit of a mindful, but there's no such thing as passive income. Only income that's passive off the back of someone else's activity. That makes sense. You understand, right? There's no such thing as passive income by a pure in itself. There's only income that is passive off the back of someone else's activity. You understand? If you buy a property and you're getting passive income from that rental income, the income is not passive. Someone else is just managing the day-to-day work to maintain that income. Ergo, for you making it passive, well, the income itself is not passive. So there's no such thing as passive income. Only income that is passive as a result of someone else's activity. So look, adding £1,000 per month, picture adding 1,000 per month to your income from property. You can make it passive because you're part of a community of winners and activities and goal getters that allow active income to present to you passively. And obviously, we've seen this with our investors who get handsome returns of partnerships at 20 to 40% on their investment as profit share. Because it's £1,000 a day property system, Now, also who's great for the £1,000 per day property system? You know, you have people around you who you know are investors. You know they're investors, or maybe you know they've got a lot of money and they don't particularly, put it to smart use, but they trust you. And if you could show them a legitimate system in which they start, they get to invest in £1,000 a day property system, that's clean, legitimate, halal. Why would people, if they knew about this opportunity, not want to invest in it? Now, why do people not hear about this opportunity? Because if someone had £1,000 a day property system, what business do they have telling you about it? The only reason they want to tell you about it is because they need your help and they want to cut you in on some of the action. Now, or they want to invite you to the operation. Now, you are in the unique position that I am an owner, I'm a provider, but I'm also someone that believes in abundance. So that's why you're getting this value in this training. But there's also an invite. There's an invite because that is why I'm doing this. I'm looking for the A team because I know with the A team, you win everything. So the A team, all these numbers on the screen, first 10,000, £1,000 a month, £1,000 a day, property system, gold money, £200. Those are small numbers. If you're an 18 player, you run through that. That's just C team standards. C team standards. Everything on the board is easily achievable. But if you're an 18 person, the money that you can make in this, astounding. So get the value, get an application, join the winning team. The rest of everybody, get the value, get some education, get to an event. So let's talk about the system. What is the system? Okay. The system is the best thing that you'd ever want in your life. It's a recipe. It's not just the secret isn't just honey. It's a system, it's a recipe. It's a recipe for success. That's what we're giving. So let's give you your ruler for success before I talk to you about your recipe for success. So what I'm accustomed to doing in presentation is giving people a ruler in which to measure their success. Because sometimes people will be in rooms, they'll be listening, they'll be in an environment, they'll be there for an extended period of time, but they don't know to measure if their time investment was successful. I'm giving you the ruler into which to measure for you to say, yes, yes, this was a successful event. You're going to understand. So before I give you the recipe for success, which what you came for, let me give you the ruler for success. How do you measure your time investment right now? So your measurement for success is by the end of this presentation, you have the seeds to now go and plant, start building your £1,000 a day property system. Now, that is how the game works. That's how the industry works. Before I came in and I had the £1,000 a day property system, it wasn't always like this. I used to just make 1,000 to £3,000 in deals sparingly every couple of weeks, every couple of months. It was tough. Imagine I'm selling deals for like 2,000 to 3,000. That's probably like where my average deal fee lies, between 2,000 and £3,000. I've very rarely ever taken 1,000 for anything. In fact, I've never taken 1,000. I've only split a 2K deal with someone I really, really know, liked, and trusted. And that's like my absolute minimum. But it was hands free. I didn't move to make it happen. So, but my average deal fee is somewhere between 2,000 or I think that says 30,000. I mean, I'm claiming it. Thank you. So average deal in this game, because there's different games, we're building new game coming soon on how to do £30,000 sourcing fees. But obviously you need to start at the bottom before you get to the top. Now look, I would do a couple deals a month. But you got to understand, when you're making money for yourself, a month is a long time. Imagine 2 weeks without getting paid. Like no money coming in, but you're working, working, work. And you're not guaranteed knowing it's coming. You're just working, hoping that the money's coming. Can you picture it? Like you're working, you're praying, you're hoping that the money comes. And it's like you're just putting in the work, but you don't know for sure. You don't know that this investor that you spoke to is going to buy this deal. You don't know. You hope that they will. You hope that the talk they're giving you is good. You hope they got their money, but you don't know till you do the first deal. And What deals are you gonna get? You don't know. Whatever the market gives you, you're just out there with your hands out like the emoji, praying to Gumtree to put something nice at the machine. It works though if you're diligent. You know it works if you're diligent, but you don't know what you're gonna get. That's what I'm telling you. You know you're gonna get something. You're gonna look. You're gonna get some. You know you're gonna get something. You just don't know what. Now look, I was there and I was really and truly at the top end ever really making six, five, six, like halfway there, you know. And that's at the top end of selling two deals at good sourcing fees per month. And sometimes, you know, you do that twice. So you might sell two and you might get a big, you know, big month. But, you know, really few and far between. The average is just like two good quality deals if you're consistent. For me, I would say I'm probably definitely lower because I'm not like a full time. And this is what I'm saying. The £1,000 a day property system it's not one strategy. That's why I keep calling it a system, not a strategy. It's not one strategy. People are, oh, I don't want to do that because I want to do development. I want to do Airbnb. You're not learning one strategy and putting yourself in a box. You're learning a set of strategies, an art, a skill in which to conduct yourself so you can always attract to yourself the best opportunities and the best results from the game. Learning multiple skills and arts. Because look, the way you beat this problem, if you've already beat this problem, is acquisition. Acquisition. If you don't know what acquisition is, Google acquisition and find out what acquisition is. You're lucky I'm here to tell you. Acquisition is the ability of acquiring, taking on. Now, the way most people think about acquisition is buying. Okay, for me to have this property, me to do anything with this property, I need to buy it. That's how most people think about acquisition. But people know that's not true because the majority of the people understand a rental. So that's your lease. How could I acquire a Lamborghini? You know, I could go to a dealership and drop 300,000 or 500,000 pounds, or however much Lamborghini, some crazy, stupid, big upfront money. Or I could acquire it. There's so many ways to acquire things. There's way you can get the best way. And look, if you want to become rich, you want to have a rich young mind, shout out rich young man that was speaking at the rich young man event on the 25th of January. If you're not a rich young man, you've got to think in different ways to acquire things because if I'm starting from a position in the game where I don't have cash to buy, then why would I look at a strategy to buy to acquire? You don't need to only buy to acquire. Everybody knows about rentals, leasing, but what about thinking about getting paid to acquire? What if I want something? I want this building. I want this community. I want this brand. What if I start thinking about not how I can pay to acquire it or how I can temporarily lease it by standing on someone else's spotlight, doing features and shout outs, leveraging on someone else's deals, opportunities, you know, getting features, getting shout outs, crumbs. What if I sat here and thought about how I can get paid to acquire everything? That's how a rich young mind thinks, which I'm gonna teach you exactly what to do. So look, you know you need acquisition, but we're not doing buying acquisition. And you know, you can do these more creative ways of acquisition, but keeping it simple, where we're taking control. We're taking control by lease acquisition. That is one of the big parts of the £1,000 a day property system. Look, the skill, let me talk to you about the skill. The skill gets you the deal, and deals pay bills. Deal gets you deals. And there's multiple skills. We're not just giving you one skill. This is a full training opportunity you're getting to go through with the boot camp. You're being built into like an Iron Man, a super soldier. Skill gets you deals, and deals paid bills. Skills are opportunity acquisitions. There's so much to it. There's spotting opportunities, opportunity spotting. Opportunity spotting is a skill. You might be able to alert your team that, look, I think that's a good opportunity over there. That looks like the criteria of what you're talking about. You might not be the one to go over there and secure it, but you might be a very good opportunity spotter. Skill, but we'll teach everyone this because everyone needs to be able to spot. People are going to have a higher IQ for it, but everyone needs to be able to spot an opportunity. Then, obviously, this is a boot camp, so you're going to have to be an opportunity acquisitions person, able to negotiate as well. Negotiation officer. We'll teach you how to become that. Fields. We're out in the field. This isn't just theory. It's not just theory. It's not just laptop work. You've got to be out in the field. Skills, opportunity acquisition, opportunity spotting, negotiation offers. Then there's also the skills, big skills of deal progression. Now, when I found out about this term, I loved it. Call it deal progression, sales progression. When I found out that you could hire somebody, somebody could have a separate job just on pushing forward the negotiation, as in they check on the buyer, they check on the sell side, they check on the team in between, and they just move everything. It's like chess. They just move it one piece at a time, one piece at a time. Like the result is gonna happen, but if allowed to happen by itself, it'll take longer because there's no profit incentive for the operators within the deal. But you, as an operator with the deal incentive, you are naturally the sales progressor. So of course, we're talking about the strategy. So look, you need to learn all of this. You need to learn all of this, but the main thing is that these skills added together build you a character. They build you a character. Skills are what build character. And the character allows you to control your options. And you choose your options in this game, you control the property. Just like Monopoly. So you learn how to acquire. System teaches you to learn and earn. You learn how to find and acquire. You learn how to find opportunities. Learn how to acquire opportunities. Learn how to acquire opportunities. Learn how to distribute. Opportunities. Learn how to capitalize. And this is the thing. The £1,000 a day property system, because it's not like any of these other systems people have been speaking about before. Because most systems are geared up for you to become a cog in the system and then do the low level work and do a low level position. So you have to buy an upsell to do another position. So, you start off doing rent to rent when you want to be a developer because you want to save up the money and then do development. It's a path that works. There definitely works, but you can pick up the foundational skills and from wherever you want transition. So we're not just teaching you how to find an opportunity that's worth, like, this is what selling deal opportunities is sometimes. You're selling a deal with tens of thousands, even not hundreds of thousands of profit. Yeah, for 3,000, but a measly 3 to 5,000 of £100,000 deal value, 3 to 5%. You're getting the smallest piece of the pie. So there's got to be knowing when to capitalize on opportunities. And that is basically the decision between acquisition and distribution. To make this simple, knowing when you have an opportunity, because at this point, if you've even learned half of what I've taught you, you've paid only half attention. You learn how to find opportunities, you learn how to acquire opportunities. That's the most important thing. Because as soon as you can find them and acquire them, you can make money from them. And that's where most people do. They find them, they learn how to find them, they acquire them, they pass them on. Find, acquire, pass on, find, acquire, pass on. But if you want to go the whole way and really, get to that wealth, that freedom, that replaced income, that income stream that feeds you and takes care of you and provides for you, that income stream that can become an investor to invest in more income streams. You need to, as opportunities show coming to you, need to know decide between acquisition and distribution. And like most people saying, I can't decide on acquisition. And what distribution means selling, passing out the opportunity, taking the short-term money. Acquisition, as we told, is not only buying. It can be taking control via leasing and agreements. And there are certain agreements which we teach. These are our secrets. These are our secrets. These are the secrets of the industry that people will not tell you. People talk about paying £1 for a property. That's great. What about getting paid to take on a property? What? How can you do that? How can you get paid to take on a property? I thought you had to pay to take on properties. No, you can get in for no money in. But that is the expert negotiation skills, the IQ, the being able to listen and pay attention to a long form. That's what you get. That's what you get from this. So that's what we're talking about. This is all real estate. And look, this is all real estate, but these are multifaceted skills. This is why I say no matter where you want to go with this, once you figure out how to do these, deciding between acquisition and distribution, and then figuring out how in your specific industry you can acquire instead of paying to acquire. It's always good to pay to acquire if it's a good deal, but instead of getting paid to acquire, you acquire at cost, or you in fact even get paid to acquire because of how well you set up your agreements. This is decision one mathematics for anybody that had to suffer through that ordeal. Decision one D1 mathematics. So yeah, this is exactly what we're teaching people, and this is what the £1,000 a day property system is. Now, obviously, I can't go into the whole £1,000 a day property system in one video. We're almost up to the hour mark already. So I've got the full training. That's what the training is there for. If you want to watch the full training, you go to www.asmservices.com/learn to watch the full training. That's 60 minutes, 90 minutes. That's perfect. But if you want to know how you can just get started with this, because this is what I say. I'm always telling people, getting into property or being in property, being in business, it's like being in a car. It's a vehicle. That's why you always hear people talking about vehicle. Business is a vehicle. And I can see people in the industry who are clearly, you can see people moving in supercars, hypercars. It's like they're in space cars, flying around the world, whizzing around, doing these big numbers. Now, you're just sitting here in your vehicle, your robot, which is a job. Call a spade a spade. Yeah. You're in you it's a vehicle. A rowboat is a vehicle. If you're in the middle of the water or ocean drowning, if you ever know what it's like to be drowning, you'll be very grateful for a rowboat. It's getting you from A to B. You just got to put in the work, You're not flying around the world, you're not sky dwelling, but you can row your boat. It's your vehicle. But you do want to get into, a fast car. Even just a car. The fast cars are benefit. You don't want to get into a car. Now you see someone driving around in a Lamborghini, and perchance you get the opportunity, to ask this gentleman, how did he do it? And he says to you, this is what he says. How do you get a car? He says, you need to do your theory test. Now, you as a member of the audience, the spectator asking this rich man in his hypercar, his supercar, his Lamborghini, how can I get into that car? He's responsible. You are in a rowboat. He says you need to do your theory test. Now, true question mark? True? Yes, it is true. You need to do your theory test in order to drive a car. And the Lamborghini is true. But there's more to the story, right? There's more to the story. Yes, we know there's more to the story. Yeah, that's true. True. You need to do your theory test. True. Yes. There's more to the story. Yes, we know. What? That's what you're asking him. Tell me more. That's step one. Step one on the ladder. Okay. Some people, if you were in a rowboat and you lived in a remote village, let's say, you lived in the villages in Thailand and you just come to the UK, you might have not even have heard of a free test. You're excited. You're going down to the DVLA and you're getting to study and that's all you need to hear. Theory test. And you do need to do a theory test in business. Remember, we're talking about business here. This is your compliance, a word that comes up every day. If you want compliance, check out Tina Walsh. She's got a book on it. She'll talk about everything to do with compliance. Check out Tina Walsh. That's a shout out. But you're hearing about compliance. You need to know about I'll just go into it quickly. Your HMRC's AML. Oh, coming up on the road. You need your professional indemnity insurance. Oh, whoa, super tax. Whoa, you didn't know about that on the board. Okay, whoa, whoa, whoa. You don't want to get hit with a fine. Oh no. Professional indemnity insurance. You didn't even know about that. Are you part of a redress scheme? Is your business registered part of a redress scheme? Did you know that? Did you know? Are you with the data protection ICO? You calling people online? You putting people's name in your phone? Are you part of the data protection ICO to protect that and make that information compliant? You got to understand the rules of the road. You need to do your theory test. So when someone sells you a course, a program, a product of knowledge, they're doing you a favor because the investment for the product of knowledge may save you the super tax fees or paying them at the wrong time. Think about that. That's some rich young man stuff. So, what next, essentially? So, maybe you've already got the information, you've got the course, you know about that. Why are you not in the vehicle now? Why are you not making Lamborghini money? Why are you not skydwelling? Because, because you have not been practical. This is your problem. You have not been practical. You've been theoretical. Einstein, relatively, you've been relatively theoretically. You're Einstein here. You've been Einstein, you know. You've seen guys fly around in jets, supercars, and you're learning all this knowledge about money. But in regards to what you've applied yourself to, you have been relatively theoretical. I'm gonna go find the picture of the Einsteins. There's Einstein the scientist and the Einstein, the little Einsteins. Some of you have spent 12 months with knowledge and have not made any money. You're not Einstein, you're little Einsteins. And then you get the opportunity and you blow it. Don't be a little Einstein. Some people think too much. You're there being Einstein. Einstein wasn't making money. Einstein wasn't making cash. He did big discoveries. He did a lot for the things. Now, when it comes to learning how to make money, you don't want to be an Einstein. You're not top of the ranks creating a new software, pushing the barriers forward. You're not creating AI products. You don't want to be Einstein. You want to be an action taker. That's what a Superman is. Do you know what a superhero is? Do you know what? Well, do you know what makes a superhero? Do you know what it makes the man, the person who makes it happen? They're just the action taker, action taking. That's what superheroes do. Think about superheroes. Think about becoming your own superhero. What would make you a superhero? It means every time there's trouble around you and you look up, you take action and you don't. What makes a superhero is successful action. You see the damsel in distress being harassed by the frog, and not only do you step in successfully, solve the situation, and successfully getting the result. Now, it's always funny to me that most superheroes are broke, but we're Iron Man. You know, we're coming with Iron Man. You got the big money behind you. And then think about the superheroes. Continue about thinking about a superhero. Even the Batman. Even the Batman was a part of the Justice League and the DC world. So look, if you're there's no escaping the fact that there's universes, there's games going on. You gotta choose your alliance. Now, you could be part of the Avengers, or you could be doing it solo. All right, Peter Parker, wanna be broke? Fine. Peter Parker, Spider-Man doing it by himself. Superhero making any money? No. Iron Man, rich. Iron Man's got a team. So you can choose how you want to do it. So step one is the theory test. Step two, and before you're thinking about being a superhero, come back down to reality. You gotta do your practical. You gotta do your lessons. You gotta do your field work. This is back in school. Picture back in school. You know, they used to get us on a big bus, drive out, field trip. If you haven't been out in the field, you're not getting your practical. You need to pass and get your certificate. Get your certificate of lawfulness. That's something completely different in property. That is actually a property strategy. You don't even know about certificate of lawfulness. This is what I'm talking about. That's what it means to be a great deal maker, a superhero. A property cannot be used, but you connect a client who can get a certificate of lawfulness, and that property that wasn't making money now is now making big money. That's what it means to be a man in the middle. So you want to get to your practical, do your lessons, then you can pass your practical, do your test. But how do you get ready for your test? You need an instructor. I don't know personally anybody of all the people I know that drive. I don't know anybody that just got in a car. They did their theory, quote unquote. They did their theory, got in a car by themselves, and they became a driver. Never seen it before. Me personally, if you've done it, well done. You probably grew through a traumatic thing, and you know you can definitely do it. You don't have to struggle anymore. You can have help. Trust me. You can do that and join a community of drivers. And forget this. We're not just doing normal drive. We're doing F1. Trying to get fast money. £1,000 a day. That's elevated training. So look, get your instructor, get your mentor. And if I'm bringing this down to reality for people, a lot of people have bought courses, they've watched YouTube videos, they've got the knowledge, but they haven't got results because why they've been Einstein researching how to make money online with those sourcing, as if that's how it works. You got to be out there in the field, speaking to people, taking calls, having conversations, meeting people, networking, not watching YouTube videos, going through courses. No. So you need to do your practical now. You need to be out in the field. You need to be speaking. So that's the benefit you get. The only benefit you get with doing that straight away is having a community, having a mentor. So you need to do your lessons. And once you do that, you have your test. And the test is your application. Are you ready for your license? License to operate. Some 007. Get that. You're a free man. That's your freedom card. It's like a passport. We're gonna give you a freedom card. 007, your license to operate. It's like a passport. Passport allows you to become a sky dweller. Imagine you see someone flying all around the world and they say, how do you do it? Say, you need your passport, bro. True. We also need some cash. So that's what we will give that opportunity to. You get the courses. Definitely get the courses. Get the knowledge. But you need your practical. So you need to get to a boot camp, get to an event, get to a boot camp. Then you need to get on a mentorship. To get out in the field. And this is where you need to choose the right mentor. Because I see a lot of quote unquote, I could speak about this one, quote unquote, mentors. Even to be honest with me, if I haven't spoken to my people in 24 hours, something has gone wrong. I'm feeling guilty. But some people have mentors which they speak to once a week. Some people only speak to their mentor once a month. And some people have been on a mentorship for a year and they've only seen their mentor once. Can I call someone my mentor if I can't see, speak, or talk to them? Is that a mentor? Is that a driving instructor? Imagine if my driving instructor was just, flexing on YouTube and Instagram. Then I want to ask for some lessons, some advice, and I got to talk to a PA. I got to, schedule a one-to-one and pay for it. Extra, upsell. Oh, that kind of hurt my feelings. I'd want a mentor that's like family. And do you know what is the person who taught me how to drive? They are basically family. Do you know why? Because they taught every single person in my family how to drive. My mother, my father, my uncles, my grandparents. They taught you. One driving instructor taught me and all my family how to drive. We're scarce. And we've all got drive. Is that a coincidence? I don't know. You tell me. So look, you want to drive, join a community of winners. So we've gone through so much. We've gone into so much. I've given you nitty gritty that look, the system, you need to build a team. You need your landlords, you need your investors, but you need your community, you need your network, you need the practical. You need to start learning how to speak to these characters. Start speaking about the characters. What we do is, let me talk to you about the bootcamp. The bootcamp, me telling you about the bootcamp gives you the knowledge and information because you're an Einstein. You're an Einstein. You have this idea that there's just one missing puzzle, one missing piece of the puzzle, one missing piece of the puzzle that's going to figure this all out. You just ask one more question. You just watch one more video. If you just one more external, one more course, then you're going to be ready to start. Ready to start, ready to do some deals. Yap, 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 yap. Whereas for people that are on my team, first thing I do is as soon as possible, I get them out in the field. My current stats are day 1 and day 2 of someone deciding to invest into a program and me meeting them in person for a field day, either from an opportunity I had or opportunity I generated or opportunity they generated. Day one and day two. As soon as somebody says, look, I'm on, we're out. Let's go. Let's get to movement. So what people lack, and the reason they're not getting money, the reason they don't have £1,000 a day property system. One is the knowledge. Yeah, you don't know what you don't know. Like ultimately, I've been on the news to talk about property. I've been interviewed on podcasts. I have people who make money. I make money. I'm happy to pay 5 figures in rent to people every month. I collect fees. I collect the mentorships and membership. People get results. People around me are making money. I'm paying people. Money is flowing through me. Now, whether you think that will work for you or whether you believe that's you can get a piece of this or however you're going to do it, you must acknowledge there's things that I know that you don't know. Obviously, there's income streams I'm getting that you're not currently getting right now. There's income streams I'm aware of that you don't even know exist. So you must understand there's things that you don't know that you don't know. There's things I know about that you've never even heard about. The only reason you bridge that gap, you don't know what you don't know. The only reason people will openly ever just in your face tell you information is network. And you can walk around in the Excel or in top of some Premier in the code and hope someone tells you they've met you for 5 minutes and you hope they tell you how to make 100K in your first year of business. You'd hope so, but usually they want to talk about the one missing piece that's stopping them from starting. They're an Einstein looking for more knowledge on how to get their first Airbnb business, their first BNB. They're ready to go. They're just looking for that one missing. They're an Einstein. No application, no real tangible things that they can give you today. You speak to a few more Einstein. Maybe you find one action taker, one superhero. But do you know what happens with action takers and superheroes? They're busy saving the day. They'll give you a moment of their time and it's back to work. So if you get the rare opportunity to come and learn from one, you gotta take it. So that's why, and then the best thing you could do, learning, remember, don't be an Einstein. The theory, the product of knowledge from the superhero is valuable. But the best thing you could do if you had the opportunity, if you had the funds, if you had the resources, spend a day in the life. Cool. And the reason you do that is because there's things that people can't tell you that you learn from being in a presence and seeing it operate. Like I can tell you the way in which I speak to people. I can give you a script, the resource, the template, but if you don't see it enacted in person, you don't see a difference between a failure, a difference between a success live with your own eyes and understand it inherently, then it doesn't, like, you can't read in a book that feeling of conversion of a maybe into a yes, a stone cold no into an open door opportunity, your foot in the door. And that's what we do in person, and that's what we do in a boot camp. And that's why if you could spend a day in the life, someone is an operator, seen them operate, that's got a lot of value. And then yeah, because we love you so much, this is a family, this is a community. Once you get your license, that's 30 days from your in-person event. We actually give you the opportunity to get access to cars for free because we're the best. What does that mean? You saw let's come full way around. So the fast guy in the Lamborghini, he was talking about making money. He told you about the course. He told you in his theory. He told you about the course. Buy the course. You bought the course. You turned into an Einstein. That's why people, it's so funny. People come into the webinars, start asking me crazy questions. I'm like, bro, you haven't even made a pound. Like, how do you have this question? This is such a high level question. Like, you've had to take me a moment to think through all of my experience operations, my mentorships, and situations that might have could have happened to give you a might have could have answer, and you still have not done any deals. Like, why do you have these Einstein level questions? The first question is, how do I get started? Where's the door? Point me to the opportunity that I need to take on to guarantee success. So you bought the course, so you turned into an Einstein, but you couldn't afford the there was an opportunity to become a superhero, to take some action, spend a day in the life. There was an opportunity to have a mentor, but you didn't have the 10K ticket. Sorry, Bob. You didn't have the £10,000 ready to go. Some of you did have the 10,000 and then took that on and didn't get results as well. You became a mega Einstein, but that's a story for another day. So now you're stuck being an Einstein. How do you become from Einstein to superhero? You need to join the team community. You need to join the Avengers. And yes, you're not ready to join. You don't have the skills yet. Yeah, you don't have the confidence, but that's why it's a journey. You start the hero's journey. And the best thing is you get to start it with others. And the hero's journey is always rewarding as long as you put the effort that requires. Start with a community. So that's what we do. And we give you 30 to 60 days after support. To be honest, I'm quite transparent. This could go up. If it looks like, I know the average deal it takes from my students is one of my first few students is within 7 days of starting. We'd done a deal. Next 14 days were 2 deals in, and then from there he's just been going. The next statistic is about 41 days. So we were aiming for 14 as well, and we had loads of opportunities. They just all didn't hit the win. So day 41 is what we're looking, which is between 30 and 60 days. And now we're in the process of seeing if we're going to smash 41s or we're going to land in the 40s for the rest. So the whole point of this is a support system. This is going to be the best thing on the market to provide results to people because it's going to pay the most. Because I don't need your 1,000. I've got the £1,000 a day property system. So we're going to build the best system that's ever existed. So you might be. So this is exactly what basically I'm telling you. The people who did the first cohort, the older students that you get to meet, they were promised 30 days instantaneously without any hickory dickory. I've just said, look, everyone's getting more 30 days. And what you're getting in the 30 days, because this is what they were, the dream. This is the dream. If you understand everything I've been telling you, you've got you're an Einstein. You know about the landlords, you know about the investors, you know about the scripts, you know about the rent to rent, you know about the deal source, you know about Air BNB. You're an Einstein, you know everything. But the dream is to be provided with a car. It's to be provided with a lifeline. Imagine if I gave you my phone. Imagine my phone. 75 missed calls right now. Everybody's talking about money. Every single person is asking for an opportunity. They want to buy a property. They want to sell a property. They want to buy an investment property from you, an opportunity. Everybody buy, buy, buy. It's too much. Too much. For lifeline. That's why it's in 1,000. There's a 10,000, £100,000 a day. But look, if you just got a piece You just got your own £100 a day property system. And you learn how to do that in less than 90 days. And obviously, what's next after £100,000, £100 a day, you get your £1,000 a day. And then hopefully you're ready when the time is right, a select few of A-star players, I'll drop on you the £10,000 a day system. But let's start. Let's not be Einsteins. So look, what is the lifeline? My database is thousands and thousands of contacts. And you know what? Thousands of people. Think about your whole entire school, your secondary school. My secondary school had year one, so year 11, year no, we had year 7, year 8, year 9, year 10, year 11, year 12, year 13, 7 years of pupils. There was about 2,000 students in that whole thing. So we had the secondary school and the sixth form. There was actually a primary school as well. But throughout the secondary school, we had 2,000 students. So imagine if every single person in your whole entire school was a landlord or someone with a property to sell or rent. And then imagine another school. Imagine the closest school to you, another school. Every single person in that school is an investor. Picture it like a boys' school and a girls' school. Every single person, 2,000, 2,000. Do you think if you had two schools of people, all boys, all girls, and let's say they're Christian, it's all allowed, you have to match people up to get married? You couldn't match. You couldn't match four. You think you could match four? You could match 10. 2,000, 2,000. That's how big my contact database is right now. Two full schools of landlords, investors. Every day we're picking up another classroom, another classroom. Every 2 days is a classroom. So imagine I gave you a line where you get your first classroom of contacts, a whole classroom, 30, 30. And then you just need to close deals from that. You get a classroom here, a classroom there. You get the opportunity to close 4 deals, get your first 4 deals. So we will actually give you access to the ACE database. And when you come to the in-person event, that's another opportunity. The ACE, get the landlord database and investor database. And that's why you should come to the events as well. You get access to my database. There's all of my events. There's so many people I need to keep up with. So I have to invite them all to my events. So you get to meet my landlords, you get to meet my investors. And then yeah, that just continues to come to you. And as long as you continue to close, you distribute, you get the opportunity. Remember, bring it to the beginning, you get the opportunity to distribute and acquire the best opportunities. Like talk about, I know what one of my students lived, we landed an opportunity, cash flow opportunity, exactly how he started. He said his mom's an investor and she wants to take on deals to get cash flow. She knew about rent rents, HMOs, Airbnb. She just didn't have the time to kind of do it, invest. Now she knows that there's passive income available, obviously at the activity of the enterprise. She would love to get some hands on that. And then we land opportunity 10 minutes from their doorstep. That has a cash flow in it. Why wouldn't they want that? Obviously, this is what I was talking about, and I was telling the students is like, look, you think you want this when you first start. When you've gone through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, when a good one comes in, you're ready to grab it. You're ready to grab it. I've shown that wasn't his first deal. Sold a deal. Son sold a deal. Nottingham, 3 grand. Yesterday, investor said the same property that we sold for 3 grand, I need that. Yesterday had an investor call. If he was my guy in Nottingham, he'd be laughing. He'd be laughing. We made 3 grand in Nottingham. We've had 3 properties similar. So we've got investors since. These are the lines that I can give to people. I can give you the Nottingham line. The Nottingham line that just generates investors, generates landlords. You're just closing. I can give you the Leicester line. I can give you the Liverpool line. I can give you the Cardiff line's taken, the Birmingham line's taken. The Birmingham team is growing. There's spots on the Birmingham team. There's a line. Where else? I give the Manchester line, Sheffield line, Kent line, Essex line. Do you know how big London is? We still need people in North London. We still need people in Southwest. Do you know? You don't understand the opportunity. So you get the opportunity to get a line. Then you get access to everything. So look, I talked to you about the system. You need to know how to spot these opportunities, acquire and distribute. Look how far the path goes. Look where we started and look at everything I told you from not developments, not Airbnb, no such thing as passive income, only the activity of someone else. You learn how to find your opportunities, acquire them, distribute them, capitalize them. Difference between acquisition and distribution. You can take, I gave you the seed, the Rich Young Mind. Told you about the Rich Young Mind event on the 25th of January and the ACE event on the 15th of January. Get your tickets because you want to get access to the network. This industry is all about the depth of your relationships and the activity that you put in. I'm giving you the opportunity to take action, be an action taker, and then I'm easing you slowly into my network. And you're going to be able to take advantage of that. And the network is continuing to grow rapidly. So don't miss out on this opportunity. And look, you're in your robot job every month, salary, basic. You want to be flying around the world in nice cars and across borders. You need to do the food test. You need to get your courses. You need to get your knowledge. You know, the worst thing about being an Einstein is being an Einstein who's wrong. Imagine there's people out there who are Einsteins about things and they've got the wrong puzzle. They're missing a piece. They're playing Monopoly and they've lost a piece to the puzzle and they don't know that they're missing it because they haven't got the full set and they haven't got the instruction manual. They lost the instruction manual. They've lost the piece and they've been an Einstein about this is how the game's played. Whatever. Check out Tina Walsh for the compliance. So you do need a product of knowledge. You do need a product of knowledge. But your issue is you've been relatively theoretical. You need to be practical. You need to be an action taker. You need to be a superhero. If you want to take your family on business class holidays, you want to pay the rent, you want to get groceries, you want to take care of the bills, and you want to do it smoothly, easily, then you need to be a superhero. You need to make it effortless. And the way you do that is by being an action taker. And the easiest way is to be surrounded by action takers. You might find it incredibly hard to be a Superman solo. But when you're a part of a community of people doing it, like the Avengers, they're best together. Best together. You need to do your field work. First things first, you need to start going on viewings. You need to start getting on calls. You need to start generating motion. You need to start your planting your seeds and watering your plants. Then after that, you get the opportunity to graduate, and then you go out in the field. I'll give you your license, your freedom card, 007 pass. Then I provide you with your car. I give you your line. I give you your phone. I turn it on. You'll start getting in leads and opportunities every week. Then you just close. You start making money. Then I give you the opportunity to choose between distribution and acquisition. You start adding cash flow, start selling. Then you're on your £100 a day property system. Free 2 to 5K every month from property. A mix of passive, mix of active, 2 to 5K every single month. That's an income. That's a full-time income stream. If you're in your rowboat, you can sell your rowboat, change it for a car. Or you can stack them both up and, meet me up here with £1,000 a day property system. That's what we're doing with the big dogs. That's a long-term investment. You got to go to school. Some people went to uni for 3 years. They came out broke. Work with us for 3 years, come out rich. And then in the long term, we're still around, take you there. So look, the opportunity is there. I give people the knowledge, a product of knowledge, and I always try to give as much value as possible because the only difference between a YouTube video and a course is the course is organized and it's given with the best hearted event. YouTube video might have a hook, line, and sinker at the end. My hook, line, and sinker is I want you to, if you want to come to the boot camp, go here. This is asmservices.com/go. This is a monopoly. So if you want to go, you want to make your first £200, goal money. I always remember, I always say that to people, is I actually pay people to just go on viewings. So even if they're just active, but you're not getting results, you literally make your money back. As long make your investment grow, as long as you're active, as long as you're just breathing, you're surrounded by the money. That's what it's people don't realize. If you're in the right room, things just happen smoothly, easily. So you just get your opportunity. It's all about finding and spotting them. That's www.asmservices.com/go. And then, yeah, we're just gonna be. I really love that name, Rich Young Man. I'm grateful for my opportunity to be a speaker there. So I'm speaking 25th of January. Rich Young Man. There I'm a speaker. And then I'm hosting my event 15th of January, Central London Tower Bridge. So there, wow, value after value, £1,000 a day property system. So yeah, if you want to get started with the bootcamp, you just go to www.asmservices.com/go. There'll be more exactly on what you're getting in there. So if you want to know really what's in it, I can give a dose of it. If you're curious about the system, this is what I'm saying without so plainly explaining things to people. The solution is the product. I'll give people the knowledge of this is what you need to do. You need to find landlords, you need to find investors, you need to acquire opportunities, you need to find clients, you need to distribute, you need to find providers, you need to find contacts. Go on Rightmove, go on Zoopla, go on Oprah, go on Gumtree, go on Facebook, go to networking events. Yeah, that's great, but how do you do it? Where's the tonality? How do you dress? What do you say? What's your aim? What's your goals? What's your mission? What's your feedback? What's your brief? What's your debrief? It's all about being part of the team. The value, the product of knowledge. I understand it's valuable because you can take a product of knowledge and apply it yourself. But if you want to expand and get the best results, it's being a part of a team. At least for your training. If you want to go be Wolverine later, you can go do that in it. But look, 15th of January, get the tickets for that. We're going to be networking and you're going to get the opportunity to take a step forward. Come meet us, me, my landlords, my investors, my students. 25th of January, speaking at the Rich Young Man event. I'm probably not going to be able to go on for this long, probably at 20 minutes. We'll see how it goes. DM me for the code. Find my Instagram find my Instagram at ace_QK. So long like Chinero. Cool. So go to www.asmservices.com/go. Go and read the full details and check out what it's like to be in the boot camp. It's my Instagram. If you want tickets for 15th, whilst they still last. Sold that last event, and 2015th is 25th Rich Young Man. Cool. Acquisition. Acquisition and distribution through the art of sourcing. That is what we're teaching people. Acquisition and distribution through the art of sourcing. Know when to sell on a deal and know when to partner up. So we'll teach you all about that. How to build those investor client relationships. And the best one is having Ace as your mentor. Gives you direct access to everything you need for the first stage of your journey. So when you're ready to fully pledge out your business, go into your second year, you'll probably make more money than most people make in like year 5. So that is the That's the presentation. Go to www.asmservice.com/go. If you want to find out what it's like to be in a boot camp, if you want to come to one of the events, 15th of January, 25th of January, find me on Instagram, DM me Ace or DM me RYM, Rich Young Mind. I'll send you the ticket link. My tickets, I'm doing one for 50. So if you come by yourself, it's £50. There's a tax for being solo. And if you come with a friend, then it's 2 for 30. Gonna go up tomorrow. Perfect. All right, send me a DM and go to www.asmservices.com/go to learn more about the £1,000 a day property system and becoming part of the team. That's www.ace as in ACE, M as in Mike, M as in money, M as in mother, www.acem then services.com/go. That's www.acemservices.com/go. Put in the chat if it makes a difference. www.acemservices.com/go. www.acemservices.com/go. That's www.acemservices.com/go. www.acemservices.com/go. www.acemservice.com/go. All right. Look forward to seeing you the 15th, 25th, or once you go to www.acemservice.com/go. See you on Feb 1st from kickoff. All right. See you on the other side. See you on www.acemservice.com/go or the 15th or the 25th. God bless.